interview tomorrow, so I got to look presentable, chat. But let's get into it.
President of the United States.
Less than 5 months from now, our country will celebrate an epic milestone in American history, the 250th anniversary of our glorious American independence.
True.
You're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever. And to prove that point,
Dude, absolute fucking chuds, by the way. Men's Olympic team are absolute bunch of chuds. Literally, like, nobody loves them anymore. Nobody likes them anymore. Absolute fucking chuds. The women's team, he's talking like a gotcha ad. That's true. Dude, the women's team has aura. These chuds, negative aura.
here with us tonight is a group of winners who just made the entire nation proud. The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team.
Dude, see, NBC, can we get a good microphone on this guy?
These tariffs took in hundreds of billions of dollars to make great deals for our country, both economically and on a
This is like a little anime teaser before we get into the big 30-minute. Because I'm not going to watch the entire thing, because I watched a bunch of it last night, but
It just came down.
I'm too lazy to watch the entire thing on stream, front to end.
Comes to the corruption that is plundering, it's plundering America. There's been no more stunning example than Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota.
Announcing the war
That's where I'm moving to next year.
led by our great Vice President J.D. Vance. As we
Our favorite couch fucker.
Democrats in this chamber have cut off all funding for the Department of Homeland Security.
Based?
Tonight I'm demanding the full and immediate restoration of all funding for the border security, homeland security of the United States, and also for helping people clean up their snow. There has been a tremendous renewal in religion, faith, Christianity, and belief in God. And a big part of that had to do with my great friend, Charlie Kirk, a great guy.
Charlie Kirk mentioned.
Memory, we must all come together to reaffirm.
All right, I can't with these teases anymore. I gotta watch the entire thing.
Is winning again. In fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it. People are asking me, please, 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 Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country. Until you came along, we're just always losing, but now we're winning too much. And I say, no, no, no. You're going to win again. You're going to win big.
Simply request to converse. I mean, no harm. I left the shitty troll life behind. Did you? I gotta see some proof. Hey, you know, I am never, hold on. I'm gonna pause the recording real fast. We'll go, did he talk about Cuba? I have the over for ovations? What? If you gotta say anything to me, you can say it in this chat.
So despite the disappointing ruling, these powerful country saving, it's saving our country, the kind of money we're taking in, peace protecting.
That's crazy. Oh. Shit about this is so fucking frustrating. Because he's saying this right in front of the fucking Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court is going, every time I see him, I hope something practices their trick shots on him. True. The Supreme Court is just like literally doing their job, and he's fucking whining like a little chud. Like a little snowflake baby.
Tariffs, I wouldn't have been able to settle them without. Will remain in place under fully approved and tested alternative legal statutes. And they have been tested for a long time. They're a little more complex, but they're actually probably better, leading to a solution that will be even stronger than before. congressional action will not be necessary. It's already time-tested and approved. And as time goes by, I believe the tariffs paid for by foreign countries will, like in the past, substantially replace the modern-day system of income tax, taking a great financial burden off the people that I love. Even in times of challenge, setback, and immense heartache, the spirit of 1776 has always shone through very brightly. It was July 4th of last year when floodwaters tore through a girls' summer camp in Central Texas. One of the worst things I've ever seen. I was there, rising 26 feet in the matter of minutes, tragically claiming many, many lives. You all remember that one. As the waters threatened to sweep her away, 11-year-old Millie Kate McClament closed her eyes and prayed to God. She thought she was going to die. Those prayers were answered when Coast Guard rescue swimmer Scott Ruskin descended from a helicopter above. Nobody knew where he came from. It was Scott's first ever rescue mission, young guy, very brave, very, very top, always top in his class, and he lifted not just Millie Kate, but 164 others to safety. Tonight, Scott and Millie...
Yeah, I don't care. I could care less.
I'm only 40.
Ignoring your heart health risk is no way to go through the world. Take Bayer's 2-minute assessment at seeyourrisks.com to understand your heart health risk factors.
And millions of people. Pleased to inform you that I am now awarding you for our seniors, we will always protect Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid.
So we're gonna get rid of Medicare.
Since I took office, the typical 401k balance is up by at least $30,000. That's a lot of money. We have millions and millions of people, because the stock market has done so well, setting all those records, your 401ks are way up. Yet half of all of working Americans still do not have access to a retirement plan with matching contributions from an employer. To remedy this gross disparity, I'm announcing that next year my administration will give these oft-forgotten American workers, great people, the people that built our country, access to the same type of retirement plan offered to every federal worker. We will match your contribution with up to $1,000 each year. As we ensure that all Americans can profit from a rising stock market, let's also ensure that members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information. They stood up
Did you ban that YouTube chat? No.
for that. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Did Nancy Pelosi stand up if she's here?
Oh my god, dude.
Pass the Stop Insider Trading Act without delay.
Yeah, that's not gonna fucking happen, by the way. Because that would fuck so many Republicans. That would fuck so many Republicans.
I wasn't sure if anybody even on this side was going to applaud for that. I'm very impressed. Thank you. I'm very impressed. So tonight I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
He's such an annoying little shit. Oh yeah, the way he gestures is just smug as shit. Bro, dude, oh my god.
Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed
Fuck you.
of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself. American elections, that cheating is rampant in our elections. It's rampant.
Oh?
It's very simple. All voters must show voter ID. must show proof of citizenship in order to vote.
Oh. Prolonged clapping is very scary. Yeah, it is.
And no more crooked mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. None.
Oh, no more mail-in ballots.
And this should be an easy one. And by the way, it's polling at 89%, including Democrats. 89%.
No, it's not. He's just lying, obviously.
And even the new communist mayor of New York City, I think he's a nice guy, actually. Speak to him a lot.
Oh, speak to him a lot?
They said they want people to shovel snow. They got hit hard. Want them to shovel snow, but if you apply for that job, you need to show 2 original forms of ID and a social security card. Yet they don't want identification for the greatest privilege of them all, voting in America. No, it's no good. No good. Both Republicans and Democrats overwhelmingly
Yeah, they'll stand in a plot for anything because they always want to be on the good end of him.
agree on the policy that we just enunciated. And Congress should unite and enact this common sense, country saving legislation right now, and it should be before anything else happens. And the reason they don't want to do it, why would anybody not want voter ID? One reason, because they want to cheat. There's only one reason.
Because we want to have everyone be able to vote. Dude, nobody's gonna vote twice. That just doesn't happen. And it happens more so on the right than the left.
They make up all excuses. They say it's racist. They come up with things. You almost say, what imagination they have. They want to cheat. They have cheated. And their policy is so bad that the only way they can get elected is to cheat. And we're going to stop it. We have to stop it, John.
So this is their response to the midterms. I'm not surprised.
One of the brave service members who helped achieve this stunning turnaround was 20-year-old West Virginia Army National Guard Specialist Sarah Beckstrom. After a 4-month deployment, she voluntarily extended her service, and her rank was going to be lifted. She was doing so well. They were so proud of her. But the very next day, she was on patrol near the White House when she was ambushed and shot in the head by a terrorist monster from Afghanistan. Shouldn't have been in our country. And all because she wore the uniform of our nation, she was shot. He traveled here because he didn't like people wearing our uniform. He was sick and deranged. Shouldn't have been in our country.
Maybe we shouldn't have bombed their country for 30 years.
And we are honored to be joined by her wonderful parents, Gary and Evalie. Your daughter was a true American patriot, and she will be greatly missed. She was a great person. I saw reports on her. They've never seen anything like her. So sorry. Thank you very much. A great young lady. I saw reports that were like, perfect. She was perfect. Serving alongside Sarah that day was Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. The terrorist shot Andrew in the head, and no one thought he could possibly make it. The two of them, Sarah and Andrew, both shot violently in the head. Neither was expected to make it. They weren't even given a chance, except his wonderful mother, named Melody, who I spoke to the same night. And she was so positive. The doctors thought that Andrew was gone. But his mother said, no, Mr. President, Andrew will be fine. He's going to make it. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, he was given almost no chance. She said, I have no doubt, sir. He's going to be okay. This was a conversation that I had with her that night, with her son laying helplessly in bed, blood all over. Everybody is praying, she said, sir, he will be okay. The doctors didn't understand what she was saying. And after looking at the results of the damage done, neither did I. She was so strong and conclusive that even Andrew's great father felt she didn't really understand the gravity of the situation.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app.
Yeah, I'm not surprised everyone that they have there is a fucking Trump simp.
But she turned out to be right, Melanie? She turned out.
Oh yeah, he's objectifying after she was murdered. Obviously. War caused the terror. Hey, girlie, can you tell me what's going on? State of the Union address.
I said, where does this woman come from? She's the most positive person I've ever met. With God's help, Andrew has battled back from the edge of death, and we're talking about the edge of death, on his way to a miraculous recovery. He's got a little work to do, but he's doing great. Nice to see you. He's a good-looking guy. Nice to see you. Thanks, Andrew. Thank you very much. So, Andrew, while you're up, now I'm going to ask a highly respected General James Seward to present Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf and the great family of Sarah Beckstrom with the award created by our late, great President George Washington himself. It's called the Purple Heart.
Damn. They give out Purple Hearts for anything nowadays.
In January, elite American warriors carried out one of the most complex, spectacular feats of military competence and power in world history. No one's seen anything like it. Foreign leaders, I won't tell you who, called me and they said, very impressive, very impressive. They couldn't believe, they all watched, they saw what happened. This is a different fighting force than we had years ago when we fought to tie. You know, it's a great fighting force. I'm so proud of it. Look at Space Force. Space Force is my baby, because we did that.
Oh, yeah.
My baby is becoming so important. And America's armed forces overwhelmed all defenses and utterly defeated an enemy, good fighters, to end the reign of outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro and bring him to face American justice. And this was an absolutely colossal victory for the security of the United States, and it also opens up a bright new beginning for the people of Venezuela. We're working closely with the new president of Venezuela, Delcy
Wow.
Rodriguez, to unleash extraordinary economic
They really just don't give a fuck about her anymore.
gains for both of our countries.
They really don't give a fuck about her anymore.
They really did suffer. With us tonight is Alejandro Gonzalez. She grew up in a tight-knit Venezuelan family and was especially close to her beloved uncle Enrique. But after Enrique ran for office and opposed Maduro, he was kidnapped by Maduro's security forces and thrown into the regime's really infamous prison in Caracas. Alejandro feared she would never see her uncle again. She feared for her own life also. But since the raid, we have worked with the new leadership, and they have ordered the closure of that vile prison and released hundreds of political prisoners already, with more to come. Alejandro, I'm pleased to inform you that not only has your uncle been released, but he is here tonight. We brought him over to celebrate his freedom with
Oh,
you.
yeah, baby.
Despite the fact that the use of his legs was vital to successful helicopter flight. Legs are the most important part of flying a helicopter. To deliver the many commandos who would capture and detain Maduro was the only thing Eric was thinking about. Then, even as he was gushing blood, which was flowing back down the aisle, helicopter lands at a steep angle. The machine gun stood right in front of him. They were right in front of him, two machine gunners who escaped the wrath of the previous planes. Eric maneuvered his helicopter with all of those lives and souls to face the enemy and let his gunners eliminate the threat. Turned the helicopter around so the gunners could take care of business, saving the lives of his fellow warriors from what could have been a catastrophic crash deep in enemy territory. Only after safely landing the helicopter with all the warriors aboard in the exact right spot, which was vital to the mission, probably would have had to maybe cancel the mission if that didn't happen. Eric told his co-pilot, also wounded but not as gravely, to take over.
Nicaragua 2.0. Yeah, that's true.
The success of the entire mission and the lives of his fellow warriors hinge on Eric's ability to take the searing pain. It was unbelievable what's happened to his legs of the bullets, and keep on flying and landing, and people knew what was happening. Everybody in the back of the helicopter knew because they saw the blood pouring down the aisle. Chief Warrant Officer Slover is still recovering from his serious wounds, but I'm thrilled to say that he is here tonight with his wife, Amy, Eric, and Amy. Come on in. Skies over Korea in
Bro, please.
1952. Navy fighter pilot Royce Williams served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, flying more than 220 missions. In the skies over Korea in 1952, Royce was in the dogfight of a lifetime, legendary dogfight. Flying through blizzard conditions, his squadron was ambushed by 7.
Okay. Back checking. Oh my god. Yes. Jesus. Checking State of the Union. It's literally just an hour of glazing. Let's just go through the fact checks. There's like nothing I could have really said in that segment because like it was just him glazing.
Last night, the president delivered a nearly 2-hour-long State of the Union address in front of lawmakers where he focused on the economy and immigration policies. Trump says he inherited a national crisis with open borders, a stagnant economy, and wars all over the world, but touted changes in his first year back in the Oval Office.
After just 1 year, I can say with dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before, and a turnaround for the ages. It is indeed a turnaround for the ages.
Okay, let's bring in CBS News White House reporter Aaron Navarro. Aaron, what is the White House saying about how they felt last night's address went?
Lugo, predictably, they feel that it went well, specifically in creating the political framing, the contrast that the Republican Party can lean on in the midterms, especially when it comes to the contrast between themselves and the Democratic Party. You're seeing the White House, Vice President Vance, in a Fox News interview that just aired, really lean on the moments where Democrats did not stand for some of President Trump's lines from his address, such as when he called on states to ban transgender care for minors, or when he said the, quote, first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens. Vice President Vance just this hour said it was a, quote, sad commentary for the Democratic Party when they did not stand, and said that President Trump's speech was used to, quote, drive home that we really do have a radical fringe in our country. So it's a two-pronged approach for the White House and the President's party going into these months before November's elections. One, how do they follow through on some of the proposals President Trump had on the economy, the calls for legislation, but the second bit is how they lean onto into that contrast that they're trying to make between themselves and the Democratic Party.
And the president,
Oh yeah, citizens are just white people to the U.S.
Walk us through some of the statements he made that were both true and also misleading.
I'll start with a true claim. President Trump said that the murder rate saw the largest decline in recorded history. That is true according to studies. Preliminary data from independent researchers found that homicides hit a 125-year low in 2025, though we are still waiting on the official annual data when it comes to...
Oh. Did my chat disconnect? Shit. Shit. No. Hold on. You guys back? Chat, YouTube, Twitch, you guys back? There you go.
From the FBI. One partially true or misleading claim he made is when the president said that the price of eggs are down 60% and that the costs for chicken, butter, fruit, and rent are lower today than when he took office. According to numbers from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, that is true when it comes to eggs. They are down 59% from their peak in March 2025. But BLS data when it comes to other items show relatively flat changes. No change in price when it comes to chicken or for new vehicles. And one false claim that the president made is when he said that there was rampant cheating in America's elections caused by non-citizens. Non-citizens represent such a minuscule number of voter fraud cases. Just 85 cases of this from 2003 to 2023, according to data from the...
God, dude, 85 cases is crazy.
Close to 1% of the registered voters on their voter rolls. This is part of a push from the president for the Save America Act to require proof of citizenship in order to register to vote. But his claims there are just not really founded in any facts.
Okay, Aaron Navarro outside the White House for us today. Thank you. Now, the president's speech last night highlighted a stark political divide between Republican and Democratic lawmakers. Keep in mind, it is less than 9 months ahead of the midterm elections. Here's reaction from some lawmakers.
What did you think of the speech, sir?
I thought it was a state of delusion.
Yeah, that's true.
Was there any point in particular that really just shook you?
It was a great review of the extraordinary work we've done.
CBS News congressional correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns is live on Capitol Hill for us today. So, Caitlin, what else are you hearing from lawmakers?
Well, Mugo, essentially, that's it in a nutshell. Democrats came away from this speech very critical of it. Republicans came away very positive about it. And this is, a speech that's typically viewed through a partisan lens, so that is to be expected.
Not surprised.
Significant here, too, Mugo, is that a lot of Democrats decided not to attend it at all. They held a counter rally outside the Capitol. But I want to take a listen. To a couple of reactions that we heard last night, and specifically regarding this moment where Democratic.
All right. They're literally giving me nothing to work with. Trump's roaring economy is at odds with sour public sentiment. It's roaring economy. Yeah. I mean, he's constantly just glazing the military. I mean, State of the Unions are pretty boring as typical. Telling you crazy Democrats are destroying the country. It's pretty aggressive behavior and pretty vocal behavior that's aggressive towards Democrats, which is pretty scary. We don't like that. And it makes me a little anxious. Would vindicate him even the Supreme Court would not. I believe tariffs paid by foreign countries will and pass substantially replace the modern day system of income tax, taking a great burden off the people I love, which he means the multi-billionaires, obviously. Cheating is rampant in our elections. Trump has made such claims for years, but the time in Tuesday's prime time claims less than 9 months before voters. They want to cheat. They have cheated. The policy is so bad. And Trump is calling on Congress. They're not going to pass this. I guarantee this won't get past Congress. The election cheating came to Trump in a dream. That's true.
Slow down, honey. Too fast, Trevor. Too fast.
I know what I'm doing, Mom.
Trevor, what is it that we're doing here?
They've already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that
That's
will
not
also
true.
reach the United States of America. After Midnight Hammer, they were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, in particular nuclear weapons. Yet they continue, starting it all over. We wiped it out, and they want to start all over again. And are at this moment again pursuing their sinister ambitions. We are in negotiations with them. They want to make a deal, but we haven't heard those secret words. We will never have a nuclear weapon. My preference.
Yeah, you pulled out of the fucking Iranian nuclear deal. On brand, the speech was the longest State of the Union ever. Yeah, it's kind of fucking goddamn annoying. Best done the most, succeeded nearly on one thing. He beat his record for longest, clocking in just an hour 48. And that's why it's so fucking, it's just kind of pointless watching this shit. Because we know it's going to be delusional nonsense constantly from him. We're going to lie about voter fraud. We're going to lie about Iran. We're going to lie about Venezuela. We're going to lie about... It's really scary seeing how he's wanting to talk about voter fraud. I don't know. It makes me anxious. I'm not going to lie. Make sure you're registered to vote, please. Seriously, make sure you're registered to vote. Because if you get registered to vote early, we're gonna... thankfully, Democrats... I mean, even on voter day, Democrats are the biggest ones to come out, so... We really need a good amount of people to come out and vote. It's going to be very important to vote in every single election for midterms that you can. God, these guys are such chud. The women's team did not want to go. Why are you getting to the congressional? Trump said rising healthcare premiums are caused by you, not protecting Social Security, blaming them for nation's affordability crunch. Yeah, I would double check. Make sure you're registered.
The zebra finds you safe.
I don't care. I just want to see if he wraps himself in the flag here. It's just dangerous rhetoric. It's just dangerous rhetoric, but I doubt they can do. I mean, he said so much dangerous rhetoric that this specifically, just like constantly attacking Democrats, saying that they don't deserve destroying the country, they're crazy. This is pretty aggressive on his part. More aggressive than we've seen before from him, so I mean, he said he liked Mamdani. He said he liked Mamdani. We'll just have to see how it turned out in the next month. I guarantee we'll see something specific in the next like month or two about this.